All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful Friday morning. May the Lord Jesus bless you all. Even if you are not religious, I pray that the Lord bless you all in many ways, as Bitcoin is getting a little bit of a pullback here after yesterday's pump. And guys, if you were here for the epic afternoon stream where we caught this epic $1 million long from the exact bottom, setup given in advance, told the community when I took the long trade, we hit our target and we pumped all the way up to 117,592. Guys, I feel like I am just one with the Bitcoin price lately. I'm in the zone. You guys know, if you're a trader, sometimes you're just in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Setup given from the exact low in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And then, of course, the setup was given from $112,000, that higher low, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Told the community when I was going live, literally from the exact bottom. And then, of course, yesterday, guys, what an epic trade. Finishing off the day by letting the community know that I was taking a short trade from the Fibonacci 618. That I was taking a short trade, which I currently still have open. We have been timing these markets in the Casper Crew. To join the community, you can go to jasonstratham.com. The best trading community in the world, where myself and 3 other instructors are giving you the juicy analysis, live trading updates in real time. And now we are seeing Bitcoin coming up to an area of resistance, a make it or break it level for Bitcoin. I currently have $600,000 left from my $1 million long trade. Another $100,000 over here long on Bitcoin. Another $100,000 long here on Bitcoin. And about another $50,000 long here on Bitcoin. We're about $850,000 long. We're about $400,000 short right now. And I'm looking to add, honestly, to my long trades, because I think Bitcoin can pump and hit our next target. Now, as you can see, we are getting a very peculiar backtest here. We are getting a very peculiar backtest, this white box. Remember, this white box was our key resistance. And we said if we can hold above the white box, well, we are going to pump. Now, what I see here, and I don't know if you guys see it, is a breakout, a back test, and a pump. All right, a breakout and a back test and a pump potentially coming. Now, remember, if we can hold above $118,000, this is the intersectionality between target 2, which is the high volume node of the range, and this diagonal resistance that we've been respecting since July 2017, 30. I know I sound like Joe Biden reading a phone number when I talk about prices and dates. But here's the thing, when you're a crypto trader, you don't care about dates. You don't care what day it is, you don't care what time it is, and you don't care what price it is either. Alright? We're so desensitized to the Bitcoin price, I don't even know what price it is, honestly. I'm just looking at my boxes and my levels. You know? You guys probably can relate, you traders out there. People are like, what's Bitcoin at nowadays? You're like, I don't even know. If we can come above this level, though, we're going to pump up to $120,000, because what we have here is short liquidity. Short liquidity. And so right now we're getting a break above the white box. We're getting a back test. All right. This is super key. Now, here's something that we do need to be very aware of. All right. We do need to be extremely aware of the fact that if we cannot reclaim 116.7, which right now is the obvious support resistance flip, this is not good. Okay. Yesterday, we were shooting this to be our target. Yesterday, when I took the long trade, I took a long, and my target, my first target, was this high right here at 116,761. All right. So we took a juicy take profit in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. But now that we're losing this level, we need to think to ourselves, this is not a good sign, because we have ourselves a sideways range right here. And so if we can't hold above, you know, that's not good. So our next hope here is honestly to hold 116. If we can hold 116, which is the bottom of this sideways range we've got here, that's pretty good for a breakout, a back test, and then a pump. So that's what we're looking for. And I'm looking to add hundreds of thousands of dollars. High leverage. Hundreds of thousands of dollars with really high leverage to my trade live on YouTube on this beautiful Friday. People think I'm crazy. Do I look crazy to you? Look at those teeth. Am I crazy to you? Am I smart or stupid? Yesterday we took a poll. 70% of you said I was smart for taking this long trade from down here. All right. So we're going to be hopping into the charts. We're going to be doing some analysis. All right. Shout out to the Casper crew. Also, guys, got to give a major shout out to BLOFIN over here on BLOFIN. If you sign up using my link, they're regularly giving away free money for you to trade with, even if you don't deposit. It's because they love me. BLOFIN loves me, and I love them. We have this thing. Also, got to give a major shout out to WEEX. Link in the description. Antarctic Decentralized Exchange. KCEX. And of course, if you know how to trade but you have no money, good old Klein funding, crypto prop firm. Coupon codes in the description. 15 and 25% discounts on these funded accounts. It's actually a legitimately really good deal. Prop firm runs on Bitget, so you know it's legit. Alright. Okay. Let's see who we got in the house today. Shout out to Michael Jason. He says, dude, so sensational. We are the most sensational YouTube channel here on the internet. Alright. We do it all. We go to McDonald's with Carl from the moon in his Maserati. We scream into a plunger with big oogly eyes. We make sure we stay stacked and jacked and succulent at all times. We stay up all night on coffee benders, growing our hair out with no sleep forever. We majored in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender, intersectionality studies in college, so we know how to look for those juicy key levels of intersectionality where price is likely to get a reaction like this. We've also been that person on the bathroom floor with a 12-year-old Amish kid beard, sock on the head, glassy eyes, because we've lost it all. Alright? And that's what we do here on the Jason Casper's YouTube channel. We lose it all! Just kidding. Alright. Shout out to Quicker, man. You're going to give away my secrets, bro. Shout out to Eddie. He says, looking to add more indeed. Absolutely. Shout out to D-Wald. He's here because of Andy. Love your entertainment. Keep it up. God bless you, man. Shout out to Matthew Sheldon. Look like a Belgian bull. I don't really know what that is. Have a considered weekend low volume? Yeah. We could take out that low. We're going to pop into the chart. We're going to go over the scenarios. Okay? Stay live until NYO. Shout out to G-Boss. Shout out to Tina D, who says happy birthday. Oh, dang, it is my birthday. Sheesh. Shout out to John Ploney. He says, charts and weighted vest cardio. Let's go. Man, guys, we are getting it in today. I have to tell you, it was leg day today. Squats, leg presses, Romanian deadlifts, butt, gluteus maximus thrusting. And, of course, calf raises and one set of abs. Because, you know, a little bit of direct ab work helps when you're fat like me. You guys want to have abs and still be fat? Got to work those abs directly. And walk on the treadmill. Shout out to Manuel. He says, you're the most normal person I've ever seen. Ouch. Shout out to Crypto Coons. He says, Klein funding. Oh, he's showing my stuff. Major. Shout out to Crypto Coons, man. God bless you, bro. God bless you in Jesus' name. I appreciate you so much. The tube sprinted up 3 miles of hills this morning. Field burn. Oh my goodness, that sounds crazy. Without a wig, you don't look crazy. Oh man. Shout out to Jungle Boy 420. Shout out to Bitcoin Slut 1. Shout out to GTR Jason, Aussie in the house. Crikey, mate. This is my best Aussie accent. Sounds horrible, mate. On the Bobby. Major shout out to Keep On Grinding. No way, bro. Memory Man, it's your birthday too? He says, Dizzy Face, thank you so much for the super chat. Major shout to Memory Man in the house, baby. What is going on, my bro? Happy birthday to you, man. I didn't know it was your birthday. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. All right. Okay. So, just to recap, y'all. Just to recap quickly. What has happened here? Let's pop on over to the Bitcoin chart. Oh, man. Bitcoin's starting to get a little bit of a dump. We have New York open in half an hour. We're down to the line. We're freaking out. We have hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right. Let's discuss what's happened here. We're going to go over to our 4-hour chart. All right. That's where we're going to start. Let's see. Here we go. Make sure to smash up the likes. Would I give up exercise for $1 billion? No. No. No, Tess, I would not. I have to be honest with you. I have to be totally honest with you. No. No, I couldn't do it. I don't know how people don't exercise. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm a weirdo, if you can't tell. I'm actually legitimately a weird person. Like, I have a really hard time connecting with people. I'm very, very, very introverted. You wouldn't know by my YouTube channel. I don't have anything in common with anybody. I always feel like that, right? Because I'm so weird. I'm culturally, like, I don't know anything about movies or actors or anything like that, you know. Sports, I don't know. And I don't know how people say, ugh, I have to go to the gym. Like, for me, like, it's hard not to go to the gym. It's hard. I try and take, like, a week off. I take, like, 2 days off. Then I'm back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I say, all right, today I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to work out today. End up doing, like, 300 push-ups. You know? I don't know how y'all... I don't know how y'all, you know, don't exercise. That's so weird. It's so weird to me. There's nothing I hate more than waking up in the morning and doing nothing. And sitting there and eating food in the morning. If I woke up and ate food in the morning, I would accomplish nothing. Because when you sit there and eat, it tells your body the work is done. Alright? You gotta get out there and do something to deserve that food, man. Then you can sit down and eat it. It's the same with, sexual relations, man. I don't get how people wake up and do that either. If you wake up and do that, your day is shot. You're telling your body, man, I did what I need to do in order to continue on my genes. Ain't nothing else to do today. I don't know. How do you people do that, man? You gotta deserve it. You gotta work for that, man. You gotta work, you gotta exercise, you gotta sweat on the treadmill. Alright, with the weighted vest. You gotta make those gains. Alright, you don't deserve to eat until you've done something to better your family, in my opinion, alright? So I don't know how y'all be so lazy out there, not going to the gym. I'd be depressed, anxious. You gotta hear my heart here. Alright, we got off on a tangent. Now look, here's what happened, okay? We formed an 8-month range here. TMI, all. We formed an 8-month range, alright? This 8-month range, super, super important. Because what we have done is we have broken out of the range. We've done so, in my opinion, with very bullish signs. For example, we have confirmed multiple weekly candles above this level. 1, 2, 3, 4 weekly candles. Potentially about to confirm a 5th one. Alright, then we go to the monthly time frame. We have confirmed a monthly candle above the level. So to me, this looks strong. Then we go to our daily time frame. And we have this whole scenario here on the daily time frame, this whole narrative that we've been kind of building here, which is this. When we came down to this low, we saw that we were bouncing from a very key trend line. This is the whole bull market trend line. I'm not going to draw it now, just trust me. This level that we bounced from is the bull market support. Alright? When we came down here, market Cipher B, we saw deep momentum on the left, skinny momentum on the right. The uneven butt cheek pattern. The uneven butt cheek pattern. Juicy on the left, skinny on the right, like that waitress coming out of the diner. Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason, how you doing, hon? You're looking kind of skinny. Especially your legs. I can tell you only train arms and chest in the gym. Right? It's called a bullish divergence. We get a big move to the upside. Then what happens is, we get a retracement after rejecting from the resistance. After we get the retracement, we see a trigger wave on market Cipher B. Continued direction, continued money flow, as we come down to the key support between the golden pocket and the 786. So we're seeing a bottom signal, a bullish change of market structure, a higher low, we have a confirmed uptrend, and of course that higher low is the trade setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, right from $100,000, setup given in advance, let the community know when I took the trade, and we locked in the juiciest profits, okay? Now we've officially broken out of the range, okay? We've broken out of the range, and we're coming now for a back test here. Now, in my opinion, this is bullish because we've broken out. We've been holding above for 3 weeks. We're coming down to back test what used to be an 8-month major resistance. Now is support. And if we look at market Cipher B, we're potentially seeing a very juicy continuation signal here, which is this. Technically, if we connect these two green dots, just the dots only, the dots are getting lower as the price is bouncing from support. This is called a hidden bullish divergence. Now, when we go to the lower time frames, we are seeing, as we're printing this hidden bullish divergence, we are printing regular bullish divergences on our lower time frames. For example, look at this on our 24-minute time frame. As we came and tapped into this key level right here, we were seeing the money flow getting higher, telling us money is coming in, even though price is getting lower. We saw our momentum waves getting higher, telling us momentum is coming in, even though price is getting lower, as we're touching the key support. All right. Now this key support, this is one of the trade setups that we had given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord because it's such a key level, which is why I took that long trade right from the bottom there. All right. So we got that back test. And not only did we get the back test, but look at this. This is also very key. Wait. Here we go. We got the back test. This is very key. But look at this. All right. We made a higher high. Then we came for a back test right into the Fibonacci 786. All right. Basically, what this is showing us is we have a very good looking bottom here. I know it happened over a weekend, but when we came down for a higher low, we're seeing more bullish divergences right here. More bullish divergences. Isn't that crazy? And of course, that was also a trade that we gave in advance in the Casper Crew. And I told my community when I was taking that trade myself, all right? These are not signals. All right? I'm just telling you what I'm doing. That's not for you to do. So we're seeing bullish things happening as we're coming down to these lows. Everything that's happening right now is bullish. Like, we're seeing bullish reactions, and we've seen the follow through, okay? We have seen the follow through of forming a nice bottom at a key support resistance flip. Remember, that 12,000, 112,000, see, I don't know what the price of Bitcoin is. The $112,000 level, this is not just any old level, right? This is a back test of a major support resistance flip. And so now we have come up and we're coming to this key zone here. We take the volume of this range and you can see that we are back inside the fair value zone. We got a very strong daily candle close yesterday back inside this fair value zone. What does this mean? This means the probabilities right now are highest that we do see Bitcoin go all the way up, breaking through this trend line, and coming to the highs of our range around $121,000. Why do I say it? Because when you form a fair value zone, as we did here, and you lose that fair value zone to the downside, once you gain acceptance back into that fair value zone, the probabilities are highest that you fill to the top of the fair value zone. All right, this can work on any time frame. Make sure to check out the Jason Casper YouTube channel, because not only do we have a free trading course, 100% free, where you yourself can learn how to do this and all the stuff I'm talking about 100% free over on my YouTube channel, but also, if you check out the last video I made that wasn't a live stream, we were talking about how Bitcoin, when it was still in the 80s, was probably going to hit $115,000 simply because we were about to get acceptance back inside the fair value zone and get that move to the upside. Okay? That's what we were looking for. That's what we were looking for. Now we come back over to Trading View. Alright. It's my birthday. Yeah, Joshua, it's my birthday. I'm an old man now. I'm 35 today. 35. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I never thought this day would come. I remember literally yesterday when I was 18. Feels like yesterday, honestly. Major shout out to the super chats in the house. Triple VI says happy birthday. God bless you, man. Thank you for the super chat. I hate my birthday. Shout out to Justin. He says happy birthday, bro. Please buy SPX 6900 with this money and hold it until 100 billion market cap and even longer if you want. Thanks, Justin. I guess I'll have to do it now since you got me the super chat. Thank you. Shout out to Robin who says, bless you, my mans. What are you doing for golden for... What you are doing is golden for traders in the best community in the world. God bless you, Robin. I appreciate you, man. God bless you. All right, so look. We are gaining acceptance right now into this fair value zone, which means this. Which means this, okay? If today's candle can close above 116,273, I'm going to be ultra dang bullish. I'm going to be ultra dang bullish. Because that means, yes, we are inside the fair value zone. People are considering anything below that level cheap Bitcoin. They think Bitcoin needs to be priced higher, and we're going to probably see the price rotate back towards the highs of the range, okay? This is our potential sideways range right now. All right, the highs, the lows, all right? This is potentially what we're looking at right now. And so today's candle is very, very key. And I'm looking to see what happens Pacifically and Atlantically after New York opens to see if maybe I can add to some of my juicy long trades and ride it up, okay? Now you can see currently what are we doing? We're back testing this white line. We actually haven't tapped it yet. This is going to be a very, very key line here. A key line pie. A key line pie. Now, where are we rejecting from? The trend line. Again, where else are we rejecting from now? We are rejecting from the Fibonacci golden pocket retest. From the high to the low, we are currently rejecting from that. All right, talk about intersectionality, okay? Now, because we're rejecting from that level, because we came up there, yesterday, I let my community know, look, guys, I'm taking a short. I'm taking a short. I'm holding it as a hedge. Started it as a scalp, taking it as a hedge. All right? We're getting a little resistance. I've shorted this as a quick scalp, already TP1, but holding the rest as a hedge. All right? Yesterday, you can't see. This is a really kind of a bad picture here because there's candles over the chart. But you can see when we tap that 618, we get a rejection. I said, look, this was a setup I gave in the Casper crew on August 7th. Is that August 7th? Yeah, I guess yesterday morning. This is resistance, so we're looking for a short from here. So I'm fully aware that if we reject and we don't close the daily candle above, we could drop, which is why in the Casper crew, we're prepared, we are ready, we are taking the short trade, given in real time as I'm taking it, locking in TP1, all right? Holding the rest as a hedge. My next target is actually going to be around 114,000. That's actually the golden pocket of the move. All right, that's going to be the golden pocket of the move from the low to the high. Right here. Front running that golden pocket a little bit. And then here's the thing. If we lose, because this is actually pretty key now. All right, this is pretty key now. If we lose, let's go over to back to the chart here. Man, what am I talking like now? Major shout out to Dano Crypto. He says, you are the man, best plunger surgeon in the business. Happy birthday. We are the same age now. I didn't know you were older than me by a little bit, man. Okay. So here's the thing, right? Obviously, we need to close the daily candle above 116.3. We could have a deeper retrace, but it has to happen quick. Yeah, like it would literally we'd have to have a flash crash, like insane, something insane. You know? And then we'd need to hold this. We would really need to hold this at the very most. And if we don't, then we're most likely going for this low. And if we go for that low, I have to be honest with you. Guess what? Your boy Jason, is he going to be scared and bearish? No. I'm going to be bullish as heck. Do you know why? Do you know why I would be bullish as heck? Because remember, this support resistance flip is a zone. All right, it's a zone. You see this green box? It's a zone. And if we come down here a little bit lower into the zone, guess what the daily time frame on Market Cipher B will look like at that time? Got any guesses? You got any guesses? It would look like this. The good old, uneven, big on the left, skinny waitress at the diner on the right, butt cheek pattern that most likely is going to pump that price back up. A good old fake out, a good old bull trap fake out, and then reverse. All right? So this is something I'm definitely looking for, and if we go to our 4-hour time frame, we will see on the 4-hour time frame, if we dump down to that level, something known as a trichecular formation. Trichecular. We have 1, 2, 3 butt cheeks. A trichecular formation. A very strong bottom signal. When you have a trichecular formation, very strong bottom signal. Look at the daily time frame. Do you see the trichecular formation right here? We have 1 butt cheek here, 2, 3. All right, that third one was the real low. Before, we had a fake low. This looked like a nice low. We had bullish divergences, all that good stuff. But the trichecular formation, that is where we actually got our bottom. So if we do drop and we reject from here, then I'm going to be looking for that 4-hour trichecular formation to come in right around this zone here, which is none other than still our support resistance flip. And also, if we take this, all of this, it's the value area high of the range, right? So it's still a breakout and a retest. And then in hindsight, if we remove all this stuff from the chart, what would that look like? What would it look like? Guys, what would it look like? I'll tell you what it would look like. A giant bull flag. A giant bull flag! Ooh, man. Sorry, I get so bullish I just can't help it. A giant bull flag, that's right. Let's actually check something out here. I wish I could give you some better news. I'm going to close this fib and not think about it. We would have a bull flag. Alright. Now, we go ahead, we take this. We're coming back down to hit that value area high. We got ourselves a good old bull flag. We got a trichecular formation. We're just trading this little channel here. It's a descending channel. Then we finally break the channel, get our short squeeze. We're pumping up to 130. You guys see how beautiful that would look when you get the tricheculars going on, the hidden bull divs, regular bull divs, the waitress at the diner bull divs, coming down to the key fib levels. You know what I'm saying? It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. So, you know, I recognize we could reject here. We're at the Fibonacci, golden pocket. We're trading in a descending channel. Look, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. Now, if we lose 109, man, I'm scared. All right, we lose 109, let me tell you. It's just, you know, there's a fine line between love and hate. There's a fine line between feeling like this and feeling like this. All right, we could easily go from this to this if we lose that 109. You know what I'm saying? We could easily go from this to this, easily, if we lose $109,000. Because if we do, then we have to recognize the fact that we are indeed back inside the old range. All right, we are indeed back inside the old range. And then, sadly, guys, the probabilities are highest if we actually lose this, that we come back down to $97,000 at the POC of the range, right? Because we always have to realize that the asset is always trading sideways. That's how we're going to identify good trades, right? We're looking at everything like floors of a house. Everything like floors of a house, right? This is our sideways range here. And we understand this, it used to be the floor. Once it's no longer the floor, it becomes the ceiling. Once we break above, it becomes the floor again. Same with this point of control. It was our floor, we lose it. Once we break above, It's first acts as resistance, and then we break above. Now it's the floor again. So this here, it was our ceiling. Now this is our floor. If we lose the floor of the house, this is the second floor of the house, we come down to the first floor of the house. We lose the first floor, we come down to the basement. That's just the way it works. And look at this. It's pretty clear, like, just by looking at this with the naked eye. Just by looking at this with the naked eye. This is such an important level here. And I would say so is this. Right? We can clearly see how this was consolidation, and then it was resistance, and then it was support. So once we come back down into this floor of the house, we would expect we make our way to the floor, right? And then we could look for a bounce from there and continue to trade in this sideways range until hopefully we break out. Worst case scenario, we come in here, get a bounce from the floor, lower high, lose it. Then we're looking to come all the way back down to this support resistance flip right here. Is the basement. And then this is the deep underground military bunker. Alright, the Dome. This is where the giants live, and this is where they reprogram celebrities with the MK Ultra. And this is where the Nephilim are, and the aliens, and all the technology they don't want you to know about. Alright? This is where Mark Zuckerberg's real underground base is, right? Not the one they tell you about on the internet. That one's fake, alright? Alright? And hopefully we don't come down here. But we can, because look. Let's see. Like, let's just be honest. This is a massive range. We can extend this level going all the way back to here, right? So, you know, we're taking it one level at a time. And when we cross over one of these levels, then we do need to change our bias, right? Once we crossed above this level, Jason Casper was extremely bullish publicly, right? Because once we cross this level, the probabilities are highest, we come to the top of the range. All right? I mean, this is not hindsight analysis. This is exactly what we were saying in the moment. Right? The end of April. We're talking about the probabilities. The same works in reverse. So, we don't want to lose 109. We want to hold 109. It's exactly what we want. All right? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Major shout out to Flopping Groper. He says, let's be honest. Shout out to FG. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Flopping Groper, go subscribe. Alright, Flopping Groper is a great YouTuber. And he has a quality about him, which is this. He doesn't really want to grow his channel that much. Right? He's trying to stay secret. Or so it seems. Right? Or so it seems. So he's a smaller YouTube channel. He likes it that way. He likes the small community vibe. All right, but he has his own trading style. He trades big money, and he's great. All right, and there's definitely a lot of things you can glean from watching his content, listening to his mentality, his trading style, the way he views the markets. All right, I've learned a lot from my man Flopping Groper over the years. All right, and I highly recommend you go check him out. Alright, FG, I guess, is the name of the channel now, but it stands for Flopping Groper. I think. Is that the name of your channel, bro? It always changes. It was Nick Cipher, it was Flopping Groper, now it's FG. Yeah, he's CryptoFace's brother. He's CryptoFace's brother. 1,000 views on a live stream, must be bull market again. Actually, believe it or not, back in March, I was averaging about 2,500 viewers per stream. I actually had a stream with 7,000 viewers in it during Trump's speech, believe it or not. And, a combination of things has actually cut that down quite a bit. Stream timing and also taking multiple weeks off has cut that down, but we'll get it back. You know, we'll get it back. Plus, honestly, believe it or not, there's fewer interest, there's less interest in crypto now than there was back in the spring. All right. Shout out to FG. He's Flopping Groper now officially. Okay, go subscribe to Flopping Groper. Go subscribe. Is HFG here? I don't know. Is HFG here? Yes, he's here. Shout out to HFG. God bless you, bro. Abraham says, I don't think it could dump because there's a lot of liquidity above. That's exactly what I'm saying, Abraham. Okay, so right now, what are we looking for? All right, let's get back to the low time frame and just talk about what needs to happen All right, what needs to happen is this. We need to hold, we need to close our candle above 116.3 for the day. And yes, then this is very bullish. This is a very bullish breakout and a back test. All right, it's a very bullish breakout and a back test. And that's why I'm looking to add to my trade. All right, this is my trade from yesterday. Had $1 million in it. Obviously, I've taken out about 40% of the trade. Got 600,000 left in the position. I've got $100,000 still in this long from the setup given in the Casper crew. I've got $100,000 still in this long from the setup given in the Casper crew. Literally gave it from the exact bottom. And then this one yesterday, of course, setup given, let the community know that we took a ninja entry from the exact bottom. Would you look at that, man? Would you look at that? You know? Would you look at that? People like, Jay, you know? How do you get entries like that? How many trades do you take along the way down? Let's see. Not too many. I took 2 short losses here. These are my weekly trades. All right? I took 2 shorts, lost less than $1,000, and then this is the long. All right? The reason how I get the entry, guys, is because we are prepared. The level is on the chart. All right? Now, I recognize this was a little bit of a knife catch, and we didn't have the confirmations that I was looking for, but I felt in the moment, based on my experience, that this was a good opportunity, which is why I told my community I'm taking a trade. I don't tell the community I'm taking a trade unless I have strong conviction, all right? Because I don't want people to get wrecked, okay? If I'm scalping it and I don't think it's a real move, I don't tell people. But if I have conviction, I take the trade. Like, for example, when you're coming up to a macro, 618, you know? When you're coming up to the macro 618, you know it's a good place to at least have a hedge, all right? Which is why I told the community I've shorted this, you know? Holding the rest as a hedge because it's key resistance, right? This is the place where if we're going to reject, it's going to be from here, you know? But I hope we hold, honestly. I hope this short trade gets stopped out. I hope it gets stopped out. It's going to be stopping out in some profit, okay? A little bit of profit, but we're looking to ride this thing up, baby. You know, we're looking to ride it up. We're looking to ride it up. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of a pump right now, like Arnold Schwarzenegger would say. That's a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger accent. All right, absolutely terrible. So yeah, we hold above 116.3, and we have so much short liquidity above us. So much. Look at this. Look at this. All this could get easily squeezed. Remember, we're back inside the range. We close the daily candle above this, and the probabilities are this is a breakout. What used to be the ceiling is now the floor, and then boom, we squeeze these shorts like we're squeezing a freshly picked orange. A juicy one at that. If you know what I mean. All right? If you guys know what I mean. Jelly bean. Shout out to Tope. Shout out to Rager Ragger 180. Yeah, exactly. What we said last time about the every Augustus. Yeah, let's talk about Augustus. Historically, August is the low. August, we form the low, and then we hold in September, massive bounce. 2024, that was. 2023, August, the low. Then we hold until the fall, massive bounce. All right, I'll never forget this fall. October 2023. Wife was pregnant with my 3rd kid. We went on a baby moon, a romantic getaway, away from the children, a fancy resort. It wasn't actually that fancy, but it was a place where we could be alone, and they had an indoor pool. Maybe it was just a normal hotel. But whatever the case, I remember we went out for dinner, and sadly, oh man, I felt like such a jerk, but You guys know, if you're a trader, you fight against this constantly, but we went out for dinner. It was Monday, October 23rd, 2023. And I was supposed to be spending this time with my wife. And sadly, I couldn't stop looking at the Bitcoin charts. I couldn't stop. You know, I'm sitting there at the table. I'm trying to focus on what she's saying, but everything that comes out of her mouth to me just sounds like, you know, and I'm trying to focus. Trying to focus, but just can't focus. Get the phone. Just put your phone down. Okay, you know, under the table looking. Oof. You know, I just hit a take profit. She's like, what's more important, me or money? And you're like, I want to say you, and I know it's true, but man, I just can't stop looking at the chart. Right, we got to fight against that, man. We got to fight against that as traders, man. I'm telling you, it's tough. We got a super chat in the house. Major shout out to Miha Zalonik. I think it's good now for a long trade on Polkadot. So, yeah, here's the deal with Polkadot. First of all, smash up the dang likes. All right, we got 17,000 people watching and 1 like. Come on. The thing with Polkadot is this. We're at support and things look very bullish. It looks like a great spot buy. But Polkadot connoisseurs, Polkadot experts say things like, Jay, let me tell you a thing about Polkadot. The way they do their tokenomics, they've done it in a way where there's no way Polkadot will ever reach its previous all-time highs because there's just too much of a supply. So even if it has the same market cap, it can't get anywhere close to that. I personally hold Polkadot because I bought it before I knew about this because I don't research my fundamentals really. I don't really do that when I invest in altcoins. I just throw money at them, and if other people think they're good, I buy them. I'll be honest with you, all right? I'm primarily a Bitcoin guy. When it comes to random altcoins that aren't Ethereum, Cardano, AVAX, Chainlink, I consider them like C tier. There's A tier altcoins, your top 10s. Then there's, you know, the B tier, which like they're pretty popular, you know. But you know they're not on that level. And then there's the C and the D tier. You know, the C tier is those other coins that they have, you know, they're decent, but and then the D tier is like meme coins and stuff, right? I'm investing in anything underneath B tier coins. I don't do any kind of research. If people are talking about them, I'm like, all right, let me put some money up in there. All right, I'll just be real with you. So the chart for Polkadot looks really good, which is why I hold it, because I looked at the chart and I said, this is beautiful. I said, this is beautiful. But sadly, do your own fundamental research before you make a decision on Polkadot. Okay? Polkadot. Alright, so Jacob, he feels me about the whole wife thing. And Mr. Q feels too. You know? She does love profit. Here's the thing, she loves profit, right? Because let's be honest, when she says, oh, Jason, oh, I saw this cute thing. I think it would be so cute. Do you think it'd be alright if I got it? I'm like, sure thing, babe. You get that ridiculous thing. And you put it in this house. Alright? Of course you can, babe. Because I love you so much. Alright? Then a reminder, you can only buy this. You can only buy this because of that one time at that restaurant where I didn't pay attention to you. You know, I don't have the wrong screen, Silosis. I wasn't showing Polkadot. I'm not going to show Polkadot because, you know, I don't need to show it. We've shown it. We all know what it looks like. It's at major support. You know, it's at major support. What's going on here? Going so high, let me get a handle. All I want to see is another blue candle. So I'm chilling here all day and all night. Bitcoin price, man, you know it's gonna fight. Got the bears and the bulls trying to make a pull. Chilling on the boat, in the front, in the hull. Here we come to the golden pocket. I don't know if y'all could even spot it, but we got a bearish deal on MCB. That's what I do when I'm chilling out in TV. Cold trading view, going to school, learning to trade. That's what I do every day in spades in the garden. Digging through the dirt, hope I don't get hurt. Got it on my shoulder with the skirt. Man, I had the wrong playlist on here. We were not supposed to have this on. We were supposed to have this on. Yeah, We're supposed to have some royalty-free music. I'm gonna hit with the copyright for this. That's all good in the hood, baby. Bitcoin going for it. Let's check out EXO. I'm not looking to add until New York opens here. Let's see what's happening with the order book. Actually, unfortunately, it looks like we're potentially formed some bearish CVD under VWAP. Do we have another EXO glitch here? Nah, we're good. A little bit of bearish CVD under VWAP. Let's see, if we can reclaim VWAP, that's great. And honestly, if we can reclaim 116,761, that's really great. Because look at this. If we pop out of this, man, then we are back inside the support resistance flip. And we're probably going to go for the highs, man. This could be a really nice inverted head and shoulder. Just like this could be a really nice normal head and shoulder. Oh my goodness, are we bearish? Are we bullish? Are we bearish? Are we bullish? Doesn't matter because we longed it from the exact bottom. Alright, setup given in advance. Let the community know when I took it. Alright, and we also shorted it from the exact top. Setup given in advance. Told the community when I shorted it. So whichever one plays out, we are in profit, baby. We're in profit. You know, that's the way you gotta do it. It's called being in a schlong trade, short and long at the same time. You're hedging yourself, you're taking your profits, you're locking them in, and gain. If this is something you want to learn, you head over to the Jason Casper YouTube channel and you watch his free trading course. Alright? You watch his free trading course. Alright? He doesn't hold back any punches in this one. Alright, go check it out. Is Bitcoin gonna pump? We're gonna pump? Let's wait until New York opens, guys. New York has just opened. We are open for business. We're coming up to the VWAP. A little bit of a rejection here. Alright, let's see. We got a few longs, pre-New York open longs. Let's see if we get a flash crash. Maybe we can snipe. Add to this trade, man. Maybe we can do something risky and crazy live on the internet. Oh. Shout out to Ashley who just joined the crew. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Who shouts out Ashley? Shout out Andrew Cameron and Stan Kaut. Stan Kaut was the one who remixed Rejection. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get copyright for that, bro, and I appreciate so much that you made that. Thank you. But the music that was on before that I didn't realize is all copywritten music. So the fact that that song came on means we just listened to a whole bunch of copyright stuff before that. But thank you so much for making that, alright? Are we going to dump? No, we're going to pump? It's that simple, G? Look, yeah, let's see if we get a flash crash here. Maybe come down to the bottom of our range where we look for, to add to this trade. And while we're waiting, guys, I gotta be honest. I have a 40-pound weighted vest on. I'm walking 3.6 miles per hour. I did legs before this stream. I gotta take this thing off. I'll be right back. We've been live for like an hour, alright? Alright, we back, baby. We are back. Where's the, here it is. Alright, let's see what's happening. Oh, flash crash, baby. Flash crash. Flash crash. Going so fast. Oh, man. Bitcoin about to blast. But first we have a flash crash. Yeah, 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 hey yo, New York open, Bitcoin about to blast. But first you know we gotta get our flash crash. Cause we're coming down to the dirt so fast. Then we turn around, take your short trade in the trash. Cause you know, we got a mustache on our face and we only like to blast. In the last time that we did it yesterday, when we came to the chart, take the long getting paid from the setup that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP. Told the whole dang community, taking along, then we lock in the profit. We're pumping back up, don't know if you can spot it, but is that a weighted jacket you wear? You're walking on the treadmill in your underwear? That's right, don't be scared bears, cause we're coming down to get you, then we turn around, so just beware. If we reclaim 116.7, Bitcoin price about to pump, go straight up to the heavens. And don't you know, if we get a swing failure, Bitcoin gonna turn around to jail ya, cause we're gonna put you just behind the bars. Got him in my head, we're driving in the cars. With color from the moon, we go so far. Then we put the tomato sauce back into the jar. Yeah, in this trading room, must drink a B.O. That's how we do it, man, don't you know? It smells so dang bad in the office. No air conditioning, don't scoff at this. You know my wife hates to come in. She says, Jason, your office smells like a dirty gym. In the locker room, got the socks, dirty underwear. Like we said, better be a bull and not a bear, because the candles turning blue, they never turn in purple. Jason Casper's such a nerd, they call him Steve Urkel. Like to go to 7-Eleven, slushy syrup, yo. And you know I got the gas up in my belly, got a burp, yo. I got that gas in my belly and I spread it on the bread, just like Smucker's grape jelly. Got the peanut butter spread, got the bars in my head. If you're a bear, your trade will end up dead, cause we bout to rock it, then we sock it, then we top it, bout to pump it up right into the next golden pocket. We don't drop it, don't you know, we never stop it. Bout to blast to the all-time high, to tippy top it. Yeah, talking about 118K, Bitcoin price pumping, hip hip hooray. About to take the liquidity from the trade. Bears about to get wrecked, listen to what I say. We got the trend line, looking fine, looking like a nice slice of key lime pie. Girl, you know you're so fly, I wanna make you mine. About to take you out to Olive Garden for some wine. Oh man. Okay, New York is opening, baby. New York is opening, all right? Yeah, does my trading room smell? Yeah, it smells horrible. It smells absolutely terrible. And honestly, a lot of times there's like pee in like empty water jugs around, all right? There's pee and empty water jugs around. That's just how we roll. All right, look at this. We are getting a New York Open volatility, baby. New York Open volatility, baby. You know, the New Yorkers. You know, we tried to do a New York accent yesterday, all right? Yeah, so look, the New Yorkers coming out this morning. They drinking the coffee, they eating the bagels. They drinking the bagels, they eating the coffee. Hey, Jason, man, we about to pump that Bitcoin over here in New York. You know, we can't start the day without going to McDonald's. Dunkin', to get some coffee. To get that coffee, you know. We also go to the diner, hanging out with Dolores to get that coffee. We eat the bagels. And then we go right to work over here. We long in Bitcoin, we short in Bitcoin. You know, but today we're gonna long it. Today we're looking for this, we're looking for that. But honestly, we're looking just to take that low here. All right, the pre-New York Open low. You take it, we start to bounce. You know, your boy's gonna put like $400,000 on the trade. So let's see what happens here. All right, we loaded up, we ready. We loaded up, we ready to go. We got the money in the account. All right, we loaded up, we're ready. All right, let's see what we could do here. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. Shout out to Sam Price. Go subscribe. Yeah, it's reeking hard in here, honestly. In this office, it reeks. It really does. I ain't gonna lie. It smells bad. I like. Here's the thing. Like after I stream, I go right into the bathroom and take a freezing cold shower, just to rinse the wet sweat off. If I come back in here, it smells horrible, and it's hot because I don't have AC in here either. And I've got the window open; it's humid out. You know, right now this shirt is completely wet, so I'm just soaked with sweat right now. Soaked. You know. But you know what? I don't care, man. I don't care. I like being dirty. I like being gross. That's how I like things. Like, I don't know. I think I get it from being in a band. All right? You wear the same shirt every day. You wear the same pants every day. You're just gross. You don't shower, you know? It's just how I live my life, man. You know? I ain't got no one to impress. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no one to impress. So I like that. You know? Get a fan? Nah, I'm alright. No, I like to sweat. I like to sweat. I love to sweat. It's good for you. It gets all the toxins out. As long as you stay hydrated, keep your electrolytes up. You know? So it's good for you to sweat. I fully believe. Sweating's good. Athletes have the same feelings. That's cool, Mr. Q. I guess I'm an athlete in a way. Right? In a way. I'm a professional walker. You know? Febreze it? Heck no, bro. I'm not trying to spray those feminizing chemicals up in my space. Get the heck out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? If it smells good, it probably is bad for your testosterone, honestly. You know? Here we go, man. Are we going to break this level? Oh, wow. Look at this gap. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. We are oh. All right, here we go. This is going to be the actual make it or break it level here. Oof. Oof, a purple rejection. Let's check out the order flow quick. All right, so we are getting, we had these pre-New York Open shorts here. They're currently wrecked. They're wrecked. We just squeezed those shorts. We trapped them into the, we came down to their entry and then squeezed them. Ha, that's so funny. Poor shorts. Gave them a little bit of hope and then squeezed them. And interestingly enough, we actually did form some bullish CBD locally here, man. Look at this. Look at this. We've got some bullish CBD here. 37, about 2 million shorts trapped here. Let's see if we can't get the squeeze up, man. Here we go. You know, we didn't come down to my level to FOMO in a little extra on this trade. If we can break above this level, I'm actually going to add to it. I'm going to add to it and get long from. I'm probably going to move my entry up to just around 116. Oh, man. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We got to really break this. This is the potential CDW here. Actually, let's pull a fib. High to low. Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right. We can't get too excited yet until we start to break above the golden pocket, I'd say. It looks good, though. Looking good. Let's check out Market Cipher. Baby. Wow. Oh, man, we're seeing some squeezing action. Shout out to Travis Bird. He says, Jay, don't ever even use soap. I don't even use soap. I do sometimes if I have actual dirt on me, I use soap. Most of the time, I don't use soap. And if I do, it's like cast-style oil soap. You know? Look, I'm trying to guard my masculinity up in here, you know? Everything out there is trying to turn you into a dang woman. Let me tell you that. All right, look at this. Okay, wow. I did not even see this, but right now, we have bullish div on the 24-minute, tight trigger wave on the 0. This is looking bullish, man. I think we're going to pump. 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 All right. I think we're going to pump, man. All right. I think we're going to bump. All right. Okay, so we have $800,000 long, baby. And let's see if we can't get a little bit of a pump here. All right, it's. I think we can pump, but look, we're coming up to a crucial situation. All right, crucial situation here, guys. We're coming up to a crucial situation here. Shout out to Travis Bird. God bless you, man. Shout out to Aziz Ullah. Can you look at Graphane? I'm saying for many days. Sure, man. Sure. We'll look at Graphane. You guys want to look at Graphane while we're waiting for Bitcoin to do its thing? Alright, this is good. If we get a reject from here, we'll get a good opportunity, man. We'll get a good opportunity. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Alright, I'm excited. Let's check out Graphane. Right, here we are. Graphane. What can we say about Graphane? Consolidation. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, bro. What is there to say? There's not much data here. No bullish div at the low. We have some bullish div here. We don't have a change of structure. Look, this is one of those assets where it's only been on since January. We come down about 93%. All right. So here's the thing about Graphane. We're down 93%. If you have any reason to be bullish fundamentally while we're down this low, and you think there's a chance that it could go back up, all right, then that means the risk to reward is good, all right? The risk to reward is good. That's what it means. Is there a chance? I don't know. Does the chart look bullish? It looks pretty neutral. The only bullish thing about the chart is that we're literally at support, okay? We're at support. So the only market structure we have says that this is support, all right? So if you're bullish on Graphane, you can say, okay, support, higher high, higher low, we're at support, let's go. All right? And then you would hold some in hopes that someday we can hit that all-time high. All right? A 1,400% move. Is this a good asset to have? I don't know. I don't know what Graphane is. It reminds me of Peter Griffin. Is Peter Griffin a good asset to hold? Well, yeah. I mean, he made a lot of money for Cartoon Network and the creator, you know? Peter Griffin definitely super bullish, you know? So, look. I don't really know what to tell you. I mean, you could even say, you know, as long as we hold this box, it's a good risk to reward, but there's really nothing on the chart that makes me super bullish on it, and I don't know what it is fundamentally either. You know? I don't know what it is fundamentally either. So, shout out, man, to you. Thank you so much for being here. Shout out to Fred Sloan. He says, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his monogenes, his one and only, his very unique son. So whoever believes in him would not perish but have everlasting life. ETH is pumping hard, baby. Let's check out Ethereum. Wow. Oh man, guys. ETH is officially about to hit our $4,000 target. I think we can see it today. I don't know what else to say about ETH. I've been hammering home how bullish I am about ETH forever. And look, here's the thing. We reclaim this. We have reclaimed this. This is a breakout and a back test. We're going to $5,500, man. ETH is going to $5,500. We might have a small stop at 4,000 value area high. Oh man, look at the ETH pump. Look at the ETH pump. Look at the ETH pump. I'm in a tiny little ETH trade as well. I don't have it logged in. It's inverse perpetual. I took about 20 ETH. 2x leveraged it long. Because I'm expecting to... I took some of my spot ETH in inverse perpetual because I am expecting a big move up on ETH. I'm trying to multiply my ETH on the way. Man, this looks amazing. I don't think this monthly green dot on market Cipher B has fully played out yet. Okay? We have not seen this play out yet. Oh man, it's looking so good. Look at the 2-month. Look at the 2-month on ETH, man. Look at that. Look at the 2-week on ETH. Look at that. Look at the weekly on ETH. Look at that money flow. Oh man, it's about to get huge. Look at the 2-day on ETH. Oh man, this is the signal we've been waiting for. This 2-day right now on ETH. Oh man. Oh my goodness. Would you even... trichecular formation. Change of market structure. Tight trigger wave with a money flow cross. Thick money flow green dot. Oh my goodness, guys. Do you know what's about to happen to ETH? It is about to pump. Now, I'm not telling you to leverage long this. All right? I've been telling you it's a great buy. I was screaming it. Literally. Even though I said I'm not buying any because I already bought mine. I'm saying objectively speaking, an amazing buy. 1,600, 1,700. All right? Objectively speaking, still a good buy at 2,500. Is it still a good buy now? You know, that's up to you. I mean, I don't know, but I'll tell you this. I'm expecting it to pump. And I've taken some of my spot Ethereum and I put it in a low leverage long trade in this zone here because I'm expecting a breakout. That's not financial advice. If I get wrecked, I get wrecked, and that's on me, okay? Man, ETH is crazy. Ethereum is crazy, man. Here we go. We're about to hit it. We're about to hit it. Highly likely ETH will get rejected. It might in the short term, HFG, but these high term timeframes are certainly very bullish. They are certainly very bullish. So, do we got a super chat in the house? Shout out to Andre Stefan. Can you look at Arbitrum? Yeah, let's look at Arbitrum. Man, I got a bad connection here. What the heck? Wow, just got an alert. ETH is crossing 4,000 right now. All right, ARB, let's look. All right, bullish div at the low. We're forming this range. To me, this looks bullish. Let's go to the weekly. Looks super bullish on the weekly. Looks like we're gonna break out of here. So there's two ways you could approach this. Honestly, this looks really bullish. It looks like we're gonna get a big squeeze on Arbitrum. Arbitrum is a really good asset anyway, but here's how you could look at it. If you were to get in now and shoot for the highs, it's a good risk to reward ratio even now, all right? Even now, it's a great risk to reward ratio. It's a 7-to-1 risk reward, all right? Other options would be, it's actually more like a 8-9-to-1 risk reward. Other options for getting in would be wait for a breakout, the back test, and then you could get in with a much better risk to reward, all right? You get in with a better risk to reward. Actually, probably not, honestly. It's actually probably a pretty good buy right now. It's a pretty good buy right now, I'd say. It looks like a great buy right now, honestly. We've got weekly bull divs at the low, consolidating in a range. We have short side liquidity to be taken here. Looks like when we break out of this, we have a bump and run pattern, and we're going to shoot for the highs. All right, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a $3-4 ARB. All right, let's get back to ETH because that's the star of the show right now. Baby, 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 come to Papa. Come to Papa, baby. It's me, Mario. It's me, Mario. Come to Papa. Come to Papa. We want to see it for $1,000 with $2 away. Did we hit it on Bitget? Let's see. Yeah, we hit it. Happy $4,000 ETH, y'all. But who cares, right? Who cares? We've seen ETH higher. We've seen it at 4,800. So, you know, whatever, man. This don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing to me. All right? It don't mean nothing to me. Shout out to Dave Digital with the plunger. Yo, yo, yo. Check, check, check. Man, make sure, guys, follow Dave Digital on Twitter if you want to be motivated to hit the gym every day and eat healthy every day. You want to eat healthy every day, hit the gym every day, and feel guilty if you don't? Follow Dave Digital. He goes to the gym every single day. Every single day, he eats super healthy. Chicken, rice, jalapenos, jalapenos, avocados, healthy fats, proteins, complex carbohydrates. All right? Follow Dave Digital if you want daily motivation. We're looking at potential short-term bear divs, though. Yeah. We are, whatever. Look, I'm bullish. Look at the 2-day. Look at the 2-day. Okay? Look, we've been consolidating. This is a 4-year resistance. Fake out. Fake out of the bottom. Then we break into the range, back test, pump. Break above the POC, back test, pump. Guess what? The 2-day says we're going to get a massive pump. We've got a trichecular bullish formation down here. It's looking really good. Once we've broken this trend line, man, we closed the week above that trend line. A strong break. We closed the week above 4K. This weekly money flow is just getting started, man. This weekly money flow right now is where the 2-day money flow was back here. All right? The weekly now is where the 2-day was back in June. So if you're leverage trading to scalp, be careful. But if you're hodling ETH or you're in a low leverage swing trade, man, things are looking good. Things are looking real good. Ducard says this top is obvious. It won't close above 4K. It's a fake out. Maybe locally, bro. Maybe today. But look, this is not obvious to me. All right. I mean, we have the monthly giving us bottomed out momentum in a bull run. We have the 2-month about to confirm a green dot. We have the weekly just now giving us a money flow cross. We have the 2-day forming a bottom signal, a continuation signal, and another continuation signal. You know? This 4-hour bear div here, I'm not concerned about it. All right? 4-hour bearish divergences, when the daily and the monthly and the weekly are bullish, they mean consolidation. All right? They mean consolidation. That's what they mean. Look at this. Even on the 4-hour, we have a bullish divergence here. This is a bullish bottom signal. To me, that says this money flow here is support, right? That's what it says to me. Look at this. Over time, what's the money flow doing on the 4-hour? Look at this. It's getting thicker. Every time these waves come up, they're getting thicker. All right? So for me, yeah, we might get a short-term pullback here. We might even trade the range. I'm not saying we can't get big dumps here. But I'm saying on my spot ETH, man, I'm bullish as all get out. Even if we come back down again, even if we come back down and take the low and we just trade this sideways range for a little bit, it is super looking bullish to me, all right? On the high time frames, it is bullish. All right, I'm going to trust those high time frames. I'm going to trust those high time frames. You know? But yeah, maybe we get a rejection like locally. I don't know. Maybe we get a rejection locally. Look. All I can say is this, guys. Be careful shorting ETH. Be careful shorting Ethereum. We're back above 4K. Let's go to the low time frames here. Let's go to the 1 minute on ETH. Y'all are on these low time frames. I know what it's like to be on the low time frames. I myself am a low time frame trader. What do I do to protect myself from EMF and Wi-Fi? Well, you got the Faraday cages. That's pretty much all I do. Other than that, man, I'm screwed. You know, I just trust the Lord that He'll have mercy on me. You know? What else are you gonna do? You know? What else are you gonna do? You know, I have solar panels. Those things probably emit so much EMF. You know, who knows, man? I don't know. There's not much you can do. You gotta pick your, battles, right? So, if I can eat healthy, get sun, you know, sleep right, exercise, live a low-stress lifestyle, I just pray to the Lord that all the EMF that's constantly surrounding us, no matter what we do, isn't going to lead to a negative experience. But I'll tell you this. Look, we're all going to die unless the Lord comes back. So for me, the EMF thing is like, I don't really have much control over that. You know, we're surrounded by towers and 5G stuff and all this. You can't really escape that. You could turn your Wi-Fi off at night if you want, get a Faraday cage if you want. You can't really escape it, you know? So, I choose not to really fight that battle too much. I got Faraday cages around my hotspots, around my electric meter, my solar panels. That's about it, man. Look, ETH consolidating here. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. I think we might break out, man. Thank you, David, for the happy birthday wishes. You know, 1 hour super duper bullish on market Cipher B. Says Sniper Gagarin. Man, looks like Bitcoin wants to break out too, man. Let's see what happens here. Let's check out the 1 hour market Cipher B. Look at the 1 minute. Yeah, the 1 hour looks nice. Looks like we have more upside there. I don't trust this bear div on the 1 hour market Cipher B for Ethereum. Look, we might get a rejection here. When I'm super bullish on ETH, I'm talking on the higher term time frames. I don't know what's going to happen here. I have not been paying attention on the low time frames. That's why I said I'm not telling anybody to enter into a long now. You never long resistance like that, but I am very bullish on ETH. I'm super dang bullish on ETH. I've got an ETH position open right now. Like I said, I've taken some of my spot ETH, a percentage of my spot Ethereum, a low percentage, and I put it into an inverse perpetual account. It's only about 20 ETH, 20 Ethereum position open over on Bitget. A 2x leverage, so that's 40 ETH, I guess. 40 ETH position. What's that? What's 4 times 4? That's like 160K. It's not that much. But I'm expecting that $5,500 target. Memory Man, he says... shout out to Memory Man. He says, depends on how committed you are. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Memory Man. Multi-sig dummy says we're the same age. BNB to 1K. Let's check out Binance coin here. Oh man, look at this. This is ultra bullish, man. We're breaking out of this massive, a massive ascending triangle, basically. I mean, we could look at this whole thing on BNB as a massive ascending triangle. Right? Yeah, BNB is about to pump. Let's check out the monthly. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful momentum. Let's check out the 2 monthly. Man, 2 monthly momentum wave. About to print green. Let's check out the 2 day. Oof, the 2-day, man. This is looking like an Ethereum type thing. Man, look at the 2-day. Look at that money flow. Look at this momentum. Look at that direction. It's looking good. BNB looking good, baby. When am I selling my ETH? I'm going to sell ETH at 5,500 and 8,500. You know? AVAX? Won't take a look at AVAX. Let's take a look at AVAX. You guys know I'm bullish on AVAX. Man, look at AVAX on the 2-day. Looks absolutely amazing. Look at this. We got a tricheecular formation. 1 butt cheek, 2 butt cheeks, 3 butt cheeks. Money flow cross. And about to print a juicy trigger wave here. About to break out of this. We're going to break these highs. We're going to pump. AVAX is going to pump, guys. AVAX is still a great buy, actually, on spot. AVAX hasn't pumped yet. Look at this. Look at the risk to reward on AVAX here. We're at support. If we break out of this massive 4-year triangle, just shooting for the highs right now, it's an 18 to 1 risk reward ratio. Let's say we go to a $300 AVAX. Nothing too crazy. All right? Talking 30 times more risk than reward. That's not so crazy. That's only 100% higher than it was last cycle. We're seeing bull divs upon bull divs, butt cheeks upon butt cheeks. You know, butt cheeks upon butt cheeks. It actually looks crazy.
Butt cheeks? Oh, yeah, we have billions and billions of butt cheeks. This is going to be eulogy.
Major shout out to my man with the super chat, Fadwan, who says, Sol 4-hour and daily. Let's check it out. Wow, look at Bitcoin. Oh my goodness. Wow. We are pumping up above the 6-1 ETA, man. Man, I was hoping for a little bit more of a pullback here. But we are pumping. Let's see what happens now. This is good. What did I just do? Could have sworn that I tried to long. Did I just long? I tried to add 200K onto the trade. What just happened there? Let me check. No, I didn't do that. Okay, well, maybe it's a good thing I didn't do it because we're dumping, but what the heck? I thought I just put $200,000 onto the trade there. But, okay. Let's see what happens, because now we're dumping. Man, it's a good thing I didn't just add $200,000 onto the trade. Maybe we can come down. Maybe we come back down into this range here and we actually come down here. Then I can really add $400,000 onto my trade. All right, let's wait and see here. We were going to look at... What were we going to look at? We're going to look at Sol. Shout out to Self-Made Millionaire. How's the chart looking on Dogcoin? Alright, let's look at Sol here. Sol on the daily and the 4-hour. The daily looks really good. We have tricheecular formation, higher high, trigger wave, higher high, higher low with another trigger wave. Looks good in our 4-hour. Let's check it out. So the 4-hour, there's two ways to look at this, obviously. We could look at this as bearish, or we could look at this as bullish. I say in the context of the daily, this is bullish because when we made that local low, we're seeing local bullish divergence, right? So this right here is a bullish div, and we're about to get a 4-hour money flow cross. So the fact that we've made a higher high into this support zone here makes me feel like the next green trigger wave on the 4-hour is going to be a big one. So if this thing cools off, red dot a little bit, that next green dot, that's going to be the big push. All right, thank you so much for the super chat. And we got to look at money sign dog on MEXC. Man, I'm glad that I didn't end up on that putting 200,000 into that long trade there. We gotta wait and see how that plays out. Man, I got some issues here on my computer. My computer. Then we're gonna take a look back at Bitcoin because I gotta focus on Bitcoin, but this is weird, man. All right, I've got some issues going on here. We got some internet issues here. It looks like, or some kind of issues. I don't know. All right, we don't have too much on our weekly. On our daily, we have we don't have bullish divergence, which is a shame. I mean, we're basically like at fair value, right? We're in the middle of the range here. I would say like a good buy would be 1910. Come back down to the high volume node with some bullish div on our daily here. That would be a real nice buy. Pull the fib from the low to the high. That's our 786. But in general, like, this is a local retrace zone. We've come to the top of the range. We've rejected. So now the golden pocket 786 POC. This is definitely like a buy zone. I don't see anything ultra bullish on here. Besides the fact that we had support, we lost it, we reclaimed it, so now a back test of the support is a nice buy zone for it, right? Like, we're at a buy zone. If we come down a little bit lower, it would be nice to see the POC hit, right? Okay, let's take a look at Bitcoin now. Okay, so we had a really nice bull div here. We had the breakout. We're not seeing bear divs here. It actually looks still pretty bullish. Let's check out the order flow. See what happened there. If that was a swing failure pattern. Wow, so this is quite interesting. Look at this, guys. Basically, we've seen a whole bunch of people long that breakout and a whole bunch of shorts taking profits. We saw a lot of short, not taking profits, I'm sorry. We saw shorts wrecked. We saw a lot of shorts wrecked. We had about 3 million shorts absolutely destroyed on that pump. And longs opening at top. So looks like we wrecked the shorts. Now it looks like we're trying to wreck some of these longs who longed the breakout. So, okay, I think I'm gonna kind of wait and see what happens here before I add to my trade. Let's see if we can come down back to the bottom of the range here, because we have just gotten a swing failure pattern from the top of the range. So, unless we can reclaim it, if we are holding above 117, I am going to add money to my position. If we can't reclaim that, I am going to be looking to come down to this area to add to the position. Right? Shout out to Crypto Crank. Bro, I looked for you on Twitter. Okay, the real Crypto Crank. Okay, cool, cool. There's like a bunch of Crypto Cranks on there. Shout out to Crypto Crank, guys. Make sure to go subscribe on YouTube. Crypto Crank, all right? A great trader. Excellent. I know him personally. Well, not in real life, but on the internet life. Great trader, honestly. Check him out. You're the man, bro. Thank you for the super chat. He says, me and the Coliseum are looking at Sol and AVAX after watching ETH. Both about to play serious catch-up. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. All right. We are long on Bitcoin right now. We're in an $800,000 position combined. We've got this position from yesterday. We've already hit a juicy take profit. This is from the long setup given in advance. Told the community yesterday when I was taking the trade right from the exact bottom. We've got another $100,000 long on Bitcoin over here on WEEX from the long setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Look at that juicy entry. All right. Literally given from the exact bottom. Isn't that crazy? Is that not crazy? At 11 a.m., I told the community I'm taking the trade. That was literally the exact bottom of the move from the setup given in advance. And so we are looking to add to the position. We're also in another long trade from the exact low from the setup given in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. And we are also, believe it or not, we're in a short trade as well. We're in a short trade as well because even though we've made tens of thousands of dollars on our long trades, we recognize that we came up to key resistance. And so yesterday I told the community, last thing I told them is that I've shorted and holding the rest of my trades as a hedge. So we're in about $850,000 of longs. We're looking to add to our long trade. I'm looking to get $1 million long on Bitcoin. We're also $350,000 short right now from the Golden Pocket. All these trades that you see were given in real time in my community at jasoncaspertrading.com. All right. So let's see what happens here. As we are looking for Bitcoin to potentially come down to the bottom of our range now, okay? We just wrecked all the highs. Let's see if we can wreck all the lows. I'm looking to add to my trade, all right? Scary stuff. Hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line, guys. All right? This is going to be whether or not I will be able to afford wireless AirPods after this, okay? Looks like we're going to get that dump, okay? Let's see if we're going to get that dump, all right? Shout out to Andre. God bless you, man. Can you keep a leverage trade open forever? You could. You could. I mean, you know, why not? All right. You might get paid for holding it as well, right? You might get paid for holding it as well. All right, so big time swing failure pattern here. I still think things look bullish. I think this is just a shakeout. Let's see what's going to happen here. Let's see what's going to happen here. Guys, honestly think this is a record for me. Right now, I have about $1.2 million right now in open trades live. I don't think I've ever had that before. I have $1.2 million total in trades right now on a live stream. I think this is the most money I've ever had in trades in one live stream. Alright? Look, if you're part of the Casper Crew, if you've been making some money with me from these non-signals, because remember, these are not signals, just because I'm telling you when I'm going in doesn't mean you should go in. If you've been making some money with us in the Casper Crew from me, and not just from me, but from Boyan as well, alright? Boyan has been crushing it as well. Put a 1 in the chat, alright? Look at Boyan. Look at this. Draws the dang thing on the chart. Boom. Alright, my man Boyan coming in. One of the instructors in the Casper Crew. You know, look at this. Gives the short from the box. Boom. Boom. Right from the box. Gives the long from the box. Man, Boyan, crushing it. If you're making some money in the Casper Crew because of our not signals, let me hear a shout out. Put a 1 in the chat. You know, we gave some epic calls. We've been giving some epic calls, man. The long from the exact bottom on August 5th. The long from the exact bottom yesterday. I mean, look at that, man. All right, and we're telling this in real time. All right, I'm telling people I'm taking long. All right. If you've been making money in the Casper crew, put a 1 in the chat. Also, guys, make sure if you want to trade Bitcoin and altcoins, check out BLOFIN. I'm trading on BLOFIN right now. Put my $1 million trade on BLOFIN yesterday. I'm also trading on WEEX, and I'm trading on KCEX. Links in the pinned comment description. Also, if you have the skill of trading but have no money, check out Klein funding. Crypto prop firm. You can get 25-15% discounts on these funded accounts if you use my link. The coupon is in the description. All right. So, let's see what Bitcoin's about to do here. We got a lot of ones in the chat, man. Shout out to the Casper crew. Shout out to Lost Liberty. Can you check the Telcoin chart? Yeah, we could check the Telcoin chart for sure. For sure, man. For sure, for sure, for sure. Thanks for the super chat, by the way. Oh, wow. Okay, so we are getting a breakout and a back test of this channel. Confluence with the Fibonacci Golden Pocket 786 here from our local low to our high. Let's check out our daily. The daily is getting a nice hidden bullish divergence as we backtest this area. It's looking nice. We are at a resistance here, which is the value area high. Let's adjust our range. Yeah, so like a major sign of strength right now, I'd say would have to be a close, a daily close above the value area high at like 60, 6,000, I should say. Whatever this is, micro cents. You know, a close above that would be good confirmation, because this is obviously support flipped now into resistance. So a break above that would be nice, but the daily looks really nice. Looks like the money flow cross is about to pump us up. It looks bullish to me. You could front run that reclaim right now. Not financial advice. I'm not doing this. I'm not buying Telcoin. I don't even know what a Telcoin is. But the risk to reward right now is a 5-to-1, meaning there's 5 times more upside than downside. We're seeing a nice bottom, bullish divergence, change of market structure, hidden bullish divergence continuation pattern as we're flipping previous resistance into support from a key fib level with bullish money flow. So it does look bullish. I'm not a financial advisor. It does look bullish, and I'm not the financial advisor. All right, so Bitcoin doesn't have... Okay, we do have some slight bear div on the 12. I have to say, I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. Even if we get a drop down, I'm still going to be looking for some more action. All right, some more action here, baby. Shout out to Bojan. Yeah, shout out to Bowjan. Bojan, our in-house 89-year-old pizza-eating guy. Let's see if we can find a picture of Bojan. He's a 9-year-old Chinese buff bodybuilder, coffee-drinking trader who eats pizza. Where's our picture of Bojan in here? Here he is. Here's Bojan. See if we can. Here he is. That's him. Snakebeard says, my body has rejected pizza, but my mind still needs it. I feel you, bro. You know, pizza is one of my... I love pizza. I gotta be real. I love pizza. It's one of the foods that I will never stop eating. In fact, I eat a very clean diet. The last time I had something that wasn't clean was a giant slice of pizza from the Jersey Shore. A giant old slice of pizza from the Jersey Shore. And I enjoyed every bite. You know, I love pizza. I don't think I could ever give it up. In theory, it shouldn't be bad for you, right? If the wheat wasn't full of glyphosate, GMO, hybridized wheat, if the cheese wasn't pumped full of hormones and antibiotics, and if they didn't roll their dang dough in probably soy oil, and if their tomato sauce didn't have probably soybean oil in it, it would be healthy, right? It would be a whole grain with a fruit and dairy. It should be healthy. Pizza should be a healthy food, honestly. Pizza should be a health food. There's nothing unhealthy about pizza at all. But it's the way that it's made and grown, especially in the United States, where it's not good for the body. But you know, if you can get some organic sprouted einkorn flour, some homegrown tomato sauce with homegrown oregano, homegrown garlic and onions in there, some homegrown basil, and you can get yourself some raw cheese, or at least some locally sourced fresh mozzarella. You can make your healthy version of pizza, but that's a lot of work, man. Ain't nobody got time for that. Do you know what I do when I make my meals? I boil potatoes, I boil beef, and I boil chicken. I boil eggs. I boil vegetables. And I just put them in the fridge. And I eat from that all week, and it's cold and it's boiled. Cold and boiled. And I love it too. I love that, honestly. I love cold boiled food. Yeah, Jersey Shore pizza and New York City pizza. It's amazing. How much meat do I eat? I eat quite a bit of meat. I mostly eat eggs and dairy. I eat more eggs and dairy than I do meat, but probably between half a pound and a pound of meat a day I probably eat, to be honest with you. Yeah, between half a pound and a pound of meat daily. I eat a lot of dairy, raw dairy, and I eat a lot of eggs because I produce my own eggs. So I eat a lot of vegetables that I grow myself. Potatoes, squash, beans, lots of that stuff. And I eat a lot of fruit. I eat lots of fruit. And I don't grow, most of my fruit I don't grow. But I do grow pears, I grow apples, I grow berries, I grow peaches, trying to grow pawpaws. I got a little apple orchard out there. I have about 21 trees, fruit trees. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. I've been digging lately frozen fruit. I've been getting frozen fruit. You know, everything is a give and take. So if you're going to grow your own food and you want to preserve it, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. So it's much easier to buy a bag of frozen fruit. You get a bag of frozen blueberries. It's 480 calories and 32 ounces of blueberries. So much delicious, sweet, frozen goodness. You can eat as much of that as you want, honestly. It's good for you. How long do I sit on the nest to produce each egg? I think it's 3 weeks to produce an egg. I think 3 weeks to produce an egg. I don't know. The last time we hatched eggs under the hen, I think it's about 3 weeks. I forget how long it takes in the incubator. I have not hatched my own eggs this season. Eat pumpkins. I do. I eat pumpkins. I eat pumpkin seeds. Am I on the colostrum vibe? I'm not, but you know, I believe it's good for you. You know, I have to be honest. I'm always too scared to drink breast milk. Human breast milk, I'll be honest. Like, I've thought about trying it. I can't do it, I'm sorry. But, you know, when we first started having kids, me and my wife, our first midwife, because all 3 kids were born at home, right? Our first midwife, the breast milk solution for everything. Kid gets cut, put some breast milk on it. Kid has a stuffy nose, put some breast milk up there, you know? Kid has a bruise, put some breast milk on it, right? Because of all that good stuff in the breast milk. And I started thinking to myself, you know, I'll bet you this stuff is anabolic as all get out. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why I love dairy so much. Because, like, you know, you hear, like, a lot of vegans, and I have nothing against vegans, trust me, I don't, but you hear them say things like, why would you want to drink something that's meant to make a baby cow gain 700 pounds in a year? And I'm thinking to myself, that's exactly what I want to be drinking, baby. You know, I'm trying to get jack stacked and succulent up in here. I'm trying to drink that, give me that stuff that makes the baby cows turn into a strong bull to pump the Bitcoin price to a new all-time high, you know? There's something in the milk, all right? If it's a whole food that's literally the only thing an animal can drink and yet make massive gains, that's the kind of stuff I want to be drinking, you know what I'm saying? All right? I'm just throwing that out there, all right? But, engine oil low, add a quart of breast milk. Yeah, exactly, you know? Exactly. Gen X crypto. Yeah, they say frozen fruit is better because it's fresh from the harvest. If it's organic. Organic. Like, that's the thing. Like, I know it when I'm buying organic fruit, it's not organic. Like, honestly, let's be real. Like, there's no way. Like, I buy organic... Like, let's say organic strawberries you buy them from the store. They stay good in your fridge for like 2 weeks, all right? Now, when I pick berries from my yard, if we don't eat them that day, by the next day, even if we put them in the fridge, they're starting to get a little fuzzy. All right, honestly, organic food is a scam, all right? I'll be honest with you, because you know what it means? It means they're using organic pesticides that are certified to be used organically. Do you know there are banned pesticides that you're not allowed to use on conventional produce, but you are allowed to use them on organic produce? They're banned because they're unsafe for human consumption, so you cannot use them for conventional produce. But because they're certified organic, you can use them on organic produce. If you don't know where your food's coming from, man, it's not organic, even if it says organic. You're paying a fee for the dang USDA certification, which is full of loopholes, to have non-organic produce labeled organic. They're still putting pesticides on it. They're still doing all this stuff to it. Organic apples, they could still put that wax on it. That, what is it called? A-peel or whatever on the apples. You know, that non-digestible wax? It's like, they're still messing with your food even if it's organic. So, just know what you're putting into your body, right? Do your due diligence. Try and get it locally as much as you can. And what I like to do is when I go to a farmer's market or a farm, I talk to them and I say, what do you guys use? Like, do you spray this? You know? Do you spray stuff? What do you do? They'll be honest with you. They'll be honest with you. But the best thing you can do is just grow your own stuff. What do I feed the chickens? So if I'm gonna feed them grain, right? I have a feed that I give them. It's actually from a local farm. It's a soy-free, corn-free, organic chicken feed. All right, and I give it to them once a week. Right now I have about 20 chickens. I give them one small feeder full once a week. That's it. The rest is just stay free range, man. Like, chickens are so easy to keep if you have a little land. Because they're birds, right? Like, people, it's so weird when I talk about having chickens and how, like, cheap, you know, I don't have to pay for eggs. They're like, oh, but you have to feed all those chickens. It must get expensive, right? No, they're birds, man. Go outside in the morning and listen to the birds sing. You think someone's out there feeding those birds grain? No, they're birds. They go find it. That's what they were made to do. It's the same with your dang chickens, man. You just put them out there in a little bit of grass, a little bit of trees. They are survivors. They are scavengers. They will eat anything, those chickens. I'll tell you. You know, as long as they're laying eggs, I know they're healthy. And they look healthy, you know? They look healthy. They don't look sick. They look healthy. They're happy. Out there scavenging around, digging through all the stuff, finding the bugs and all the stuff they eat, you know? Shout out to the chef who says, morning. Oh, he says grow moringa and feed them that. I thought he said good morning. Interesting. You know what I do grow for them is I grow amaranth for them. I grow oats for them. And I grow hay for them, like the grass I grow out in their pasture. I'll grow amaranth, I'll grow hay, I'll grow oats. Yeah. Alright. Why do crypto YouTubers have 4 songs in their playlist? Laziness. Also, we want it to get stuck in your head forever so that you come back for more, baby. Alright. I think we're gonna take the low. But I have to go. I have to head out, guys. Because I got something to do in half an hour. So may the Lord bless you all in Jesus' name. May He bless you and your families. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.